Hey, Charlie here, and this is the last module, module number 7, health. Alright, so let's get started here. Here's an intro on health. Executing the proper care laid out in the previous chapters can definitely prevent and eliminate many of the possible problems that a Horsefield tortoise can run into, and what we're going to dive into here. So the best offense is a good defense when it comes to caring for your Horsefield's health. The fundamental bases to cover are buying captive bred, keeping adequate heat, hydration, and correct variety of food. Horsefield tortoises need a slightly higher temperature to improve recovery from health issues such as shell or skin injuries or viruses, and increase the temperature a few degrees in this situation. So basically, it's just like humans, where if you exercise, if you eat good, if you do all the correct things, that ends up preventing a lot of things that can happen. Now, not everything, but a lot of things. So even though the most meticulous owners can run into problems, this chapter will cover the most commonly occurring issues. So find and get acquainted with a veterinarian in your area before any problems arise so that you can act fast. So the point of that is basically, I'm not a vet, and I'm not giving you the degree right here to become a vet. If you do run into problems and it is above your head, please, I beg you, take your tortoise to the veterinarian. This is not a substitute for a veterinarian. So appearance. As far as hygiene goes, you always want to wash your hands with antibacterial soap in warm water before and after handling your tortoise. This benefits both you and your tortoise. Grooming. The beak and nails can grow too long and need to be trimmed. This is usually due to soft substrates. So to combat this, you can provide a rougher substrate and furnish with rocks for him to crawl on, as well as a flat rock to serve on his food. It can also be from too many soft foods, or a form of metabolic bone disease, MBD, that is an imbalance of calcium and phosphorus in the diet. These approaches can prevent the problem. You can use an emery board or a nail file to trim down his beak and nails. The more you consistently hold him, the more comfortable he will be to let you trim him. File in the direction that the nails are growing in. Okay, grooming continued. Depending on what your pet's specific cause is, you can put a solid cuttlebone in the housing. Serve more chewable greens and plants, and hardier vegetables like carrots. In more extreme cases, you can use a dog or a bird nail trimmer. Make sure not to cut too far holding the nail, and hold it up to the light to see the vein so that you don't obviously hit that and you're just doing the nail part. Also be cautious of his beak, because you can damage it if not cut properly. If the nails or beak are beyond your care, definitely have a veterinarian do the trimming for you. If it is beyond just a simple light sanding down of the beak or nails, you should definitely seek a professional veterinarian. Soft shell appearance. So a soft shell happens to newborn tortoises when they don't get enough calcium and UVB light. This is a serious problem and can set them up for failure for the rest of their life. To fix this, feed an adequate amount of calcium in the supplement form if needed, and the correct UVB lighting. Indoor housing can be a cause of insufficient UVB. The best heat and lighting is outdoor, so bring your pet outside as much as you possibly can if you can't permanently house them outside, and have the correct UVB lighting for indoors, as I discussed previously. Alright, now we are on to pyramiding. This is when the scutes on the shell form bump-like pyramids. It's a controversy over what causes this. People have their own opinions. Previously, many said that it was due to feeding too much protein and overfeeding. Now, more solid theories blame incorrect heat and hydration. Either way, it's a form of inadequate care from the tortoise's owner. The more sensitive time for shell development is early on in life, when they're a little baby, within the first few years. One secret is to make sure that the eggs are in a moist place, not too dry but not too wet, as I talked about in the breeding section. Pyramids cannot be fixed, but you can prevent it. So once it happens, unfortunately, there's no reversing it. But if you take good care now, you'll prevent this. If you provide all the necessary care, that this basically just won't happen if you do the right thing. But it's due to poor care and incorrect care, basically. The actual pyramiding of the shell not the nutritional deficiencies, will not harm your tortoise and don't pose major concerns. So it's a sign that you're not doing the right thing, but it actually won't severely hurt the tortoise, which is the good news. So abnormal scutes, scutes that are oddly formed or split, are a result of...
This has been a preview of the Horsefield Russian Tortoise training course. If you'd like to continue this training, click the link in the description below this video. And I'll be sending you more free information on the Horsefield Russian Tortoise care, including buying, housing, food, diet, hibernation, breeding, and health. So go ahead and click the link below and I will see you there.